Hey, Dr. Bill Dawson here again, and I thought I would just talk for a few minutes about some more of chiropractic's far-reaching implications and how it applies to another area of our life. I had a couple of patients that owned a health food store in town, and they asked me to come and talk about chiropractic and so on in their store, and they had a kind of a big meeting room in their large store. And so I went and I had one of these. See, this is a spine. I had one of these with me, and that's all I had. And I'll give you a little synopsis about what I talked about. And I ended up making patients out of almost every single member of the audience, because what I said made a lot of sense to them, and I hope it makes a lot of sense to you. I have in my kitchen a couple of cabinets, and one of them is full of all kinds of supplements. I've got multiple vitamins. I have a bottle of A and B complex, and there's a bottle of B12 up in there somewhere. Got a bottle of C and D, D3. E, I have minerals. I have all kinds of herbal supplements of different kinds. You know, it's the standard health food nut kitchen cabinet. And in another cabinet, I've got a collection of probably 40 or 50 different essential oils. I buy therapeutic grade essential oils. I like them. I use them when I make my soap and when I make my body butters and hand creams and things like that, because I make a lot of that stuff for our personal use. I make ointments and so on. And the oils are really good for that, as well as just being, used individually. You want to come up here? See Daddy? Yeah. This is Maddie. Yeah. Can you say hi? Say hi for the camera. Maddie's a good puppy. Well, anyway, the nervous system is the master controller of all of the other systems of the body. Without a properly functioning nervous system, you can't have proper glandular function. You can't have proper eliminative function. You can't have proper function of the entire nervous system. You can't have proper digestive or musculoskeletal function nor circulatory function. That nervous system has to be clear of interference or pressure. See, as I've shown you before, this area where the skull joins the neck, this area right up in here, that's got to be clear of pressure. The brainstem coming out of the skull down into the atlas vertebra, the top one, the one that the skull rests on. And by the way, this is a raw bone spine. This isn't plastic. This is real. I keep it at home because I don't want people messing with it, because they could easily break it. It's pretty old. But anyway, this is real. This area has to be clear of pressure in order for the glands to function, or the eliminative functions, or the nerves, the digestive, the musculoskeletal, the circulation. It all has to be regulated and controlled by the nervous system. Now let's look at the digestive processes for a minute. You can go to the health food store and lay out two $100 bills on the counter, or write a check for $200 or $500 and buy all of these supplements. I was eating almonds and I got a little almond stuck in my throat here. And buy these wonderful supplements, the finest of the finest, and take them home, put them in your mouth, swallow them, and not have them absorbed or distributed to each one of your 100 trillion tissue cells, only because your nervous system is not functioning properly. So here you've gone to the store and you've spent all of your hard-earned money on all of these wonderful supplements, or maybe, instead of buying supplements, maybe you bought organic produce or organic meat and so on, and spent all of that money, and you prepared it and you ate it, and all of a sudden your nervous system isn't functioning properly, and you've wasted your money because you can't digest and then absorb out into the system and then have all of the nutrients that let's say you took in everything you needed. They won't get to all of the tissue cells if your nervous system is under pressure, if it's mechanically impinged. If you've got an older car, I can open up your hood, and let's say your car runs perfect and there's nothing wrong with any of the parts. I can open up your hood, take a wrench and loosen up the bolt that holds your distributor down, and turn that distributor maybe 1/8 of an inch. Bolt it back down, drop the hood, start up the car, it'll run terrible. It won't have any acceleration, it won't have any pep, it won't have any power. Not because something is wrong with the parts, but because they're not in proper adjustment or alignment. So what do? Replace the plugs? No. You realign that distributor. You put a timing light down in there, and you put that thing back to 8 degrees before top dead center or wherever it was supposed to be, you see? And all of a sudden the car runs properly. It runs beautifully. Better gas mileage, plenty of pep, plenty of top end. You know what I'm talking about. So here you are. If you're walking around with a subluxated or slightly misaligned atlas vertebra, that's this guy right here. That's the atlas, this top one. If it's out of place, it's pinching, it's twisting or stretching your brain stem. And the control that your brain is trying to give to your entire digestive processes is not going to be there. Your stomach might not break down the proteins in the foods. Your small intestines won't be putting out the enzymes they need. And all of a sudden, all of that wonderful, very expensive food or supplements you put in, they're not going to get where they belong. You'll cast them off. You've done wasted your money. So, if you want to spend your money wisely, come in to see me. Let me put this all back in proper alignment, just like timing your automobile, giving it a good tune-up. You don't need parts replaced. We need to work with what you've already got. That power inside knows how to heal you. It knows how to take what you've already got and turn it into a perfectly functioning, well-oiled machine. Let me fix you. Don't waste your money on any more supplements or oils or wonderful organic food until you've taken care of correcting the cause of your lack of absorption of all of these products. If you're out of alignment here, you're not absorbing these products. All of a sudden, things aren't working properly. So I'm going to end this now. I mean, I've probably spent 6-7 minutes. Eat right. You have to eat right. There's nothing wrong with supplements. I don't take a whole lot of them, and I never take any of them on a regular basis. I'll tell you what I feed myself. I want to show you something here. I'm going to take this camera right here, and I'm going to show you what we eat a lot of. You see, this is organic produce. This is my pride and joy. Look at all of this stuff. All organic, all waiting to be picked. But you know, if I put this organic produce, look at that cabbage, that head's coming on. But if I take all of this beautiful organic produce and I chew it properly and swallow it, drink pure water like I do, and if I'm out of alignment, folks, if I'm out of alignment, it's of no use. Get yourself properly, chiropractically adjusted, and you'll be amazed at the results. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Oh, there's plenty more to come. Bye for now. Dr. Bill Dawson, signing off.